Please be seated for the words of inspiration delivered by Carmen Jacob, a member of the Board of Trustees.
Good morning. I am so happy and grateful to be part of your celebration today. Commencement marks an important achievement in your lives, a milestone that required dedication and hard work. Congratulations, you did it. I am also grateful to the administrators, faculty, and staff of Webster University for their dedication and care of their students. They share in your joy today. My role is to share my words of wisdom with you. A wise humorist once said, "Knowledge consists of knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom consists of not putting it into a salad." We live in a day when more knowledge is literally at our fingertips than before. Life is an adventure in learning, but the mere collection of facts does not necessarily lead to wise behavior. The dilemmas and challenges of everyday life are enough to teach anyone wisdom. We only achieve this when we include our humility, compassion, integrity, and commitment to high standards as the framework for our success and lesson. Many of my lessons were learned in school and from reading, but I learned the most from people, living with them, working with them, rubbing shoulders with them, making mistakes with them. Some were leaders who educated and inspired me from very far. History is marked by great leaders whose moral influence has steered the future of nations. While they live on different ends of the earth, each perceived an injustice and chose to do something about it. In that list of luminaries stand people like Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela strode onto Johannesburg field at the final of the 1995 Rugby World Cup, wearing the shirt of the largely white national team. The entire stadium was stunned. Here was the new president of South Africa, the first black man ever to hold that office, wearing the green shirt that for millions of blacks symbolized the dignities of white rule. But Mandela saw the national rugby team as an opportunity to unite and heal his fractured country, and he had called for blacks in townships across the nation to wear green shirts in support of their contest as well. As he congratulated his nation's rugby players, the stadium of more than 60,000 erupted in a chant. "Nelson, Nelson, Nelson," the day South Africa won much more than a rugby match. It wasn't easy. Mandela spent 27 years for his efforts, but remarkably, those years produced a man who sought peace, compassion, and understanding, not retribution and revenge. This is not the work of a select few. Each of us can reset history, even if it's only our own history. Each of us can champion peace and harmony, even if it's only in our family or our workplace. We gratefully stand on the shoulders of others. We gain strength from giants who are kind and caring, trustworthy and wise. We gain courage from giants who are big-hearted and supportive in helping us to see our potential. Your shoulders may be rounded by the trials you face, but your backs will be resolute and straight as you carry the burdens and responsibilities that will be placed on them. I am excited about your future. You are the giants that will carry out the true measure of this nation. The best in each of you is yet to come. Thank you and congratulations to you, graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Elizabeth J. Strobel, President of Webster University.
Well, thank you, Carmen, for your inspiring leadership as a member of the Webster University Board of Trustees and for your words today. All of us stand here, don't we, on the shoulders of others, those who helped us get where we are, those who have blazed the trail before we arrived, and those who are cheering us on, just like today, for what lies ahead. Today is an occasion where we particularly cheer the graduates to celebrate this wonderful milestone. And don't you have a perfect day for your commencement, graduates? And we're all here, thousands of us today, because of your accomplishment to cheer you on. You're going to have many occasions today to interact with your friends and your family and fellow students, faculty, administrators, staff. We are all assembled here at this beautiful venue because of you. It's a wonderful reason to come together today. And we're all vested in your accomplishment, graduates. Together, we're all marking a monumental day in your lives. It's a day you'll really never forget. And it's a day that stakes its claim, graduates, in your personal history. And it's just one of what we know will be many, many days that you may have already had and you will have in the future in times of transition. So on behalf of the entire Webster community and the university's Board of Trustees, I welcome everyone here to the 97th Annual Webster University Commencement Ceremony. And thank you for coming. Today, Webster University has more than 17,000 enrolled students around the world. And with today's graduates, the alumni of Webster University will top 180,000. It's an amazing number, and graduates, you're soon to be part of that. Well, one of our strengths, and it's a historic strength and it's a continuing strength, is that Webster has always been a place that provided opportunities for those of us who were the first in our families to go to college and to graduate. And we're proud that right now at Webster University, 34% of our entering freshmen are first-generation students, the first in their families to go to college. And that number only grows if you go past the freshmen. Once you add in the transfer students who come to us after their freshman year, 46% of graduating seniors are the first in their families to go to college. I think about those people, and I think about how many of you that are getting master's degrees are probably the first in your family to get a master's degree. And it makes us smile and it makes us proud because you're setting an example for every member of your family and your friends and the members of your community. And we all stand on your shoulders and we're grateful. So thank you, first generation college students, all of you. And you're in great company. Carmen Jacob, who gave us the words of inspiration, was the first in her family to go to college. I am too, and I'll bet a lot of people on this stage are. And so we applaud you, and we know that that's part of what makes a diverse college truly diverse. Well, it's a commencement tradition to highlight some of the impressive data and demographics about the graduating class this year, so I will do that. And I'm just going to mention a few. We have about 1,000 graduates assembled here today at the Muny. But you 1,000 graduates, you're part of a much larger graduating class all over the world. 6,423 people are getting their degrees from Webster this year, and that's a remarkable number. And in that class, 110 countries, 49 states, plus the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The only state we're missing, Vermont. They were busy. 68 of our graduates are stationed overseas with the U.S. military. 21, yes, applause for the military and our service members. Thank you. It is another wonderful Webster tradition, isn't it? And 21 of our own staff members and children or spouses of those staff members are also graduating today. So what do we know about the ages of our graduates? We're a place of welcome, and learning is lifelong. Our youngest graduate, 20, completing a bachelor's degree in management in London. And our oldest, 75. That graduate's finishing a master's in counseling at our campus in Tampa, Florida. And I want to particularly welcome 140 different graduates who either did their programs online or at one of the extended campuses or international campuses and decided they wanted to be with us here in St. Louis today. Welcome, and we're proud of you. And of course, it's an academically impressive class. 184 of you are graduating with undergraduate academic honors, including 48 who are graduating summa cum laude, the highest academic honor. I also want to, of course, say welcome and thank you to families, friends, and supporters of our graduates, because any of us who have graduated know that without the encouragement, the support, and sometimes just the plain nudging, we would not graduate, and these students today would not be the success stories that we've come to celebrate. I want to welcome our Board of Trustees, our administrators, our faculty members who are with us on the stage, and all the staff who have helped us to assemble today and have helped to make this day possible by being here not only today, but every day for our students. And I'm delighted, of course, to welcome our honorary degree candidate and commencement speaker this year and say thank you. Thank you to Jim Weddle, Managing Partner and CEO of Edward Jones, former Webster University Board of Trustees member, and parent of 2 Webster alumni. So, Jim, thank you for your time, your leadership, your commitment. We look forward to your words today. Thank you, Jim. Well, graduates, you have taken an important step forward. And although you're going to move beyond your Webster college degree, you will never move past Webster. And you will not be out there on your own. As you move through those ups and downs of life, you will be guided by the core values that our programs are based on. Students, caring for others who follow in your footsteps, learning, a lifelong desire to be curious and to learn more and to understand more and to serve your communities and the world. Diversity and inclusion, a respect for others, and an understanding of yourself in an increasingly complex world. And global citizenship, acting responsibly to sustain our world in all the ways that the world needs to be better for everyone. Our speaker today epitomizes core values of integrity and commitment. He has spent his entire career at Edward Jones, and even after 40 years, he is so passionate about his work, he arrives at 6 a.m. every morning. He appreciates his associates and their dedication to Edward Jones and creates a positive working environment. We at Webster, because we've worked with him in so many ways, knows that he treats everyone with dignity and respect. He creates a culture of caring. And in the communities where Edward Jones serves, Jim gives of company resources and his own, of his time, his talent, his resources, and his leadership. Graduates, the world needs more examples of the kind of life well lived that our commencement speaker represents today and that inspires all of us, including you. As you graduate, you follow in the footsteps of so many alums who came before you, and they know that success isn't just about what you accomplish for yourself. Success is about what you do for others, what you do with others, how we collectively succeed, how it is that we bring others into our life's journey and we elevate their lives. You Webster students, graduates now, have been educated as global citizens to be part of a solution and to lead the way in finding the solutions that the world needs. And as you think about how you're going to lead in your career, in your personal life, in your community, I'll recall the words of another leader, Pamela Melroy, a retired U.S. Air Force colonel and NASA astronaut. During her career, she piloted 2 space shuttle missions, and she served as a commander for 1 more. Now, as you know, astronauts can spend years and years and years preparing for moments that can be very brief in time. Short missions, maybe just a few days or a few weeks, maybe months. And you can imagine that an astronaut's career was filled with truly astronomical highs, as well as the kind of mundane day-to-day work that sometimes, frankly, bogs us down. But here's what this astronaut said about this, taking it in total. In your life's journey, there will be excitement and fulfillment. Today's one of those. There will be boredom and routine, and even the occasional train wreck. But when you picked a dream that is bigger than you are, that truly reflects the ideals that you cherish, that can positively affect others, then you will always have reason to carry on. Heed those words. The excitement and the mundane and even the occasional train wreck, and we've all been there. We all will be there. What's important is to attach your effort to a dream that's larger than you are, that's anchored in values you cherish, and to carry on. And we know you will. We know that just in the midst of exciting days like today, you're going to carry on, and you're going to carry on through the tough and the challenging times, because that's what a Webster graduate does. And so to all of you, I say congratulations, keep it up, carry on, and now please join me in welcoming my colleague and partner in leadership, Webster's Provost, Senior Vice President, and Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Julian Schuster.
Thank you, Beth. Good morning, graduates. This is a great day, and I know that you have looked forward to these days since the beginning of your journey. And we did that as well. We, the faculty, the administration, and of course the staff, which helped you every step on that way. I do have 77 pages of the speech, and I know that. Good. So I have a gift. So I will skip 75 pages of that speech. And but there will be 2 left. So the speech was about what you did, how you did it, and the last part I would like to chat with you, and that is why. Why did you do what you did? And the question why is, at least for me, always was the most important question that one person can ask himself or herself in life. And that question we somehow, for whatever reason, do not ask ourselves. We find the most obvious reasons and answer that mechanically. Well, I did that because I needed to graduate. I took that course because it was a requirement of the major. But Ask yourself, why are you pursuing the career that you have chosen? Is that because you dream to educate the next generation of global citizens? Is that because you want to make your community or your country safer? Is this to bring about political change and impact the policy? Or to advance social justice and equality? Or just simply to care for the sick? And you know that at Webster, we do not shy away from the fact that we actually, let me put it this way, we embrace the boldest and the most idealist answer to the question why. We do that, what we do, to change the world and to make it better. And that is why Webster graduates do not just live in the communities around the world. They impact those communities. And that impact does not have to mean public or loud, does not need to be attention-grabbing, although sometimes attention-grabbing is very, very helpful. Impact can be made in quiet and profound ways. Impact is measured by how are you valued and remembered by the other people. Graduates, I am convinced that you are ready. You know what to do. You know how to do it. And most importantly, you are conscious why are you doing it. Remember, nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. And now is the time to understand more. Be confident in your ability to get things done because you have spent your time at Webster getting things done. And those things you did have an impact. They have impact on your colleagues, and they have impact, and they will have impact at Webster University and the future generation of students who are going to be right there in the years to come. So I'm not asking you to try to stand out or to try to have an impact. I am telling that you will. And I'm sorry if you intended not to do that, because it is too late now. You remember this story, and I travel a lot, you know, but you remember when you are on the airplane when they tell you, if you don't want to have an impact on the world, now it's time to deplane. So is there anybody here who wants to deplane? I don't think so. We are all going to have an impact, and we are going to have an impact together. So let me quote Maria Sklodowska-Curie, the great Franco-Polish scientist. One never notices what has been done. One can only see what remains to be done. So do not dwell what you have done so far. Focus on what you are going to be doing in the future. At Webster, you demonstrated your impact, and you are about to join the tens of thousands of alumni who continue to see what remains to be done and impact all corners of the world. And make no mistake, we are proud of you. Congratulations. Now back to the page 16. The conferring of an honorary degree is a Webster tradition in which we recognize the impact of the people who have made great contributions for the betterment of our communities, both locally and globally. This year, we are recognizing a member of our own community, a global citizen who will be awarded an honorary doctorate of business administration degree. And it is my pleasure now to invite Amelia Bone, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to the podium. Amelia will present our honorary degree candidate, Jim Weddle, for the Doctorate of Business Administration. Jim and President Strobel, would you please stand and join me at the podium, Amelia? It's okay to clap, come on.
It is my honor to introduce Jim Weddle, as the candidate for the honorary doctorate of business administration from Webster University. I am pleased to read highlights from the citation. Visionary leader, sage advisor, inspirational friend, philanthropist, community supporter, and more. Your innovative leadership and investment in recruitment, retention, and development of employees transformed Edward Jones into one of the most respected names in the finance industry and a diverse place to work, annually recognized by Fortune magazine and national industry sources. Your passionate promotion of diversity and inclusion has embedded these values into the very fabric of Edward Jones, a company all of St. Louis is proud to call its own. Your rise from part-time intern to CEO is a model of success story to inspire our students and alumni, two whom proudly call you their father. Your commitment of time, energy, and counsel and resources as a Webster University trustee made an immeasurable impact on Webster's mission and values. As a philanthropist and a community leader, your lasting contributions to the arts, humanities, and education have strengthened the United Way of Greater St. Louis, the St. Louis Science Center, Focus St. Louis, Barnes Jewish Hospital, and the Arts and Education Council, and our communities. For your meritorious accomplishments, your dedication to your profession, and your compassion for your employees and community members, we salute you. President Strobel, I am pleased to present Jim Weddle for the Doctorate of Business Administration degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Missouri, and upon recommendation of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon Jim Weddle the Doctor of Business Administration degree honoris causa, receiving all the rights and privileges appertaining to this degree. Jim Weddle, on behalf of Webster University, we have been proud to call you a member of our Webster University community, and today we are especially thrilled to present you with this honorary degree. Congratulations.
Please.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, graduates. This is an amazing scene. Let me add my voice to the chorus of others, your family, the administration of the Webster University that has said congratulations. You have accomplished so much. A very special congratulations to the graduates earning your degrees at the ripe old age of 30 and 40 and 50. I see a lot of maturity here in the audience. Well done. President Strobel, Board President Bond, trustees, esteemed faculty, and staff, thank you for this honor. It truly is an honor, and for the invitation to be a little part of this very special day. I didn't do that. And very specifically to the parents and the grandparents, the family members of all of our graduates, congratulations to you too. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? You bet. I remember sitting in the audience during the graduation ceremonies for our three kids, our daughter Lindsay at Washington University, our two boys, Chris and Dusty, from right here at Webster. This is a very special day for all of you. Enjoy it. Allow me to first address, I know, what is on everyone's mind right up front. When I was a college student, admittedly a long time ago, 40 plus years ago, I took a class in public speaking where I learned that a really, really good speech must have a really good beginning. It's equally important to have a really good ending. But a truly great speech, a speech that everyone remembers, is when that really good beginning and that really good ending are really close together. Thank you very much. Not quite yet. Shorter's better, I get that. Studies have also shown that no matter how good a speech is, a few years later, most people can't remember who their graduation speaker was. So graduates, it's not important that you remember me. I would like you to remember a few of the things that I am about to share. The major portion of your education is now complete. A few of you are going to continue on earning graduate degrees, but for the great majority, it's time to go to work. At Edward Jones, the company that I lead, we have 343 Webster University degree holders, both undergrad and graduate, that do the heavy lifting and the work of our firm every day. Now, some of you have terrific opportunities all lined up. Others, well, you're still working on what the next step will be. I distinctly remember setting off to college firmly believing that I would become a veterinarian. A full semester of comparative vertebrate anatomy and a multi-month internship with a small and large animal vet convinced me it's better to be a pet owner than a doctor for patients that can't tell you where it hurts. I changed my major from biology to a combination of psychology and economics. Both have really been helpful. Psychology provided an insight into how to communicate with others, developing the ability to work with a wide variety of people. The economics and business classes, well, that resulted in my application to Washington University, right here in St. Louis, where I earned my MBA. My major in that program was finance, because my career aspiration at that moment in time was to become a research analyst at an investment firm. Again, a few months in that role opened my eyes to the fact that the nature of the work and my skills were not a great match. So I changed my direction again and became a financial advisor, a stockbroker as we were known in 1977. Now, I share those two stories with you to encourage you to have an open mind. The career that you've chosen, the first job that you have out of school may be perfect for you. I hope that it is. Or it may not be what gets you excited about getting out of bed every day. I've had 7 different roles at my firm over the past 40 years, and every one of them was a challenge. I learned something in each of them, so keep an open mind. I'm not suggesting that you skip from one thing to another with little thought and no plan, but find something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy, and something that you are proud to be doing. I can honestly say I've spent very few days over the past 40 years going to work. I went to the office, which is where I felt I could use my skills, I could do important things, and make a difference. Now, my generation has been described, I think accurately, as being defined by what we do. Not so much your generation, you of the millennials, those born sometime between the early 80s to the early 2000s. And if truth be known, you scare us baby boomers just a little bit. We've been studying you now for several years. You're a very important group, a very large group. By the year 2020, that's just 4 short years away, you'll represent over 50% of the people working in this country. That means you will have a larger voice, an increasingly important seat at the table everywhere that you go, at the company where you work, the organizations that you are a part of. Your power will increase as my group's power wanes. Now, power sounds like an aggressive word, sounds like a negative word. When I say power, I'm referring to the responsibility to decide, to change things, to move things forward, hopefully in a positive direction. So you have an opportunity to make an impact. It can be good or bad, it can be large or small, it can be significant or not. We're about to see what you do out there in the wild. You're not going to class any day forward. That's over. That's in the past. I don't know about you, but my senior year, I didn't have a class that started before 10 a.m., and I didn't have a class on Friday afternoons after lunchtime. That's over. You may not realize it, but it's over. Now, you have to show up every day, on time, dressed like the person whose job you'd like to have, ready to deliver your A game every day. The most valuable class that I had in college was an introductory accounting class, first semester my freshman year. Let me tell you about it. It was taught by an emeritus professor known as Pop Allen. I thought that referred to his age. I learned differently. I was warned by the upperclassmen that you never, ever showed up for Pop Allen's class unprepared. When I bought the textbook for the class, along with the book was a note from Professor Allen, assigning the first chapter in the accounting book and the first 5 problems that followed at the end of that chapter for the first day. I remember being more than a little annoyed by that. I mean, after all, didn't the professor understand that the first day of class is when you go through the syllabus and you learn how your grade is going to be calculated, and then you look forward to an early dismissal? I begrudgingly read that first chapter. I put a minimum effort into completing the problems at the end. On the first day of class, Pop Allen closed and locked the door at the top of the hour. A couple students who were only a minute or two late were not allowed in. He introduced himself, he looked me in the eye, and asked for the solution to the first problem. He then proceeded to make a transparency and projected my solution on the wall for all of my new classmates to see. What followed was 10 minutes of sheer terror as I defended my categorization of the various items as debits and credits, as my classmates offered their opinions on what they might have done differently. Pop Allen covered the remaining problems in a similar way before we closed out that first day of class, and he shared the following comments. He said, "I am here to teach you accounting, but more importantly, I'm here to prepare you for the rest of your life. Every day you come to my class, you will be prepared. If you aren't prepared, my 40 years of teaching will allow me to know that, and I will call on you. Read the materials, do the assignments, and come to class ready to contribute and to learn. In life, you will have to show up every day, be prepared, and contribute." Well, he also shared that without any notice or prior warning, on certain days we would walk into class, he would tell us to put our books away, and he would distribute a quiz or a test, even the midterm, never announced. Therefore, the nickname Pop Allen for Pop tests. His explanation was that every day in the real world, you would have tests, you would have quizzes, you would even have finals that occurred unannounced, and you better learn to be ready. Well, that was a great class. But thank heaven I only had one pop professor. I learned a lot in that class. I learned a little about accounting, a lot more about how life works. So you have the opportunity to be prepared or not. You have the potential to contribute or not. You can make a difference or not. Those who have studied millennials say you are self-centered, quite confident, very optimistic, almost to the point of idealistic, and yet you are detached and skeptical of all of the traditional institutions, companies, firms, government, perhaps even universities. You get your network and your community from your community of friends, not from a community of institutions the way my generation was oriented. So you have a choice in terms of how you approach whatever each of you has coming up as you leave this fine institution. You can just show up, figure out how to survive by doing the minimum, or you can thrive. It's a lot more fun, more interesting, and rewarding to thrive. Surviving sounds like this. Kind of hope everything works out okay, I'll just see what happens. Thriving, on the other hand, sounds like I have a point of view, I'm excited and want to be engaged, and I can make a contribution. Here are a few things I've learned about thriving. First, you'll never have all the facts that you'd like to have. Ask good questions, get as much information as you can, and then make your best decision. 80% is good enough. You'll learn the rest while doing. Second, you will never know it all, so never stop learning. There's something to learn from everyone that you interact with, so be a good listener. Work on that. Third, there is only one of you. Be genuine. You are unique. I love the quote from Oscar Wilde. He said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is taken." Fourth, I have a positive attitude. If you're positive, others will be drawn to you. You'll be looked to as part of the solution, not as part of the problem. Attitude, folks, matters. Pessimists fail. Optimists create success. And work at being good, working with others. A diverse group of optimistic, engaged folks, wow, they can solve all kinds of problems. When you're in a meeting or you're part of a discussion, put away your cell phone. Do not text and don't tweet. Pay attention. I see a couple cell phones out there right now. You're taking notes. I know you are. And finally, revel in the opportunities when you truly are not the expert, because that is when you will learn the most. So my generation isn't quite ready to step aside just yet. We're going to hold you accountable for doing your work at a very high level of productivity and quality. We're going to look to for those who can make really good decisions, embrace accountability, get results. As we step back and you step up, it will be with our hope and our expectation that you are taking what you have been given and will be making it better before passing it along to others. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a small part of a very special day. I wish each and every one of you a long, successful life and career of significance. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jim. Class of 2016, this is the moment you have been waiting for. Provost Schuster, please present the candidates for degrees.
Not so fast. Page 73. You know what, Jim just said, this is a memorable quote from Oscar Wilde, and I remember another quote which, at least in my life, was very, very telling, and it was, I always wanted to be somebody else. At the end, that somebody else became me. So you can see, today we are all going to become what we always wanted to be. And this part never works out, so I'm not going to give you instructions. Do what you always wanted to do, like every millennial. So as I call the degrees, for each school and college, candidates should rise and remain standing. The College of Arts and Sciences. Global Master of Arts, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Arts, undergraduate certificates, graduate certificates. The George Herbert Walker School of Business and Technology. Doctor of Management, Master of Business, Master of Science, Master of Arts, Master of Health Administration, Master of Public Administration, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, undergraduate certificates and graduate certificates. The School of Communications. Master of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, and undergraduate certificates. The School of Education. Educational Specialist, Master of Educational Technology, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, graduate certificates. Last but not least, the Lee Jardine College of Fine Arts. Okay, all right, we got the message. Now, the George Herbert Walker School of Business and Technology. We will not go. I just wanted a little competition. Competition in life is always healthy. Master of Music, Master of Arts, Master of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Music Education, and Bachelor of Arts. President Strobel, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you Webster University's degree candidates for the academic years 2015-2016.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Webster University, and with the recommendation of university faculty, I hereby confer upon each member of the class of 2016 the bachelor's, master, doctoral degree, or certificate with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Your names will be permanently entered on the rolls as alumni of Webster University. And graduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Webster University's 2016 class of global citizens. Here they are. Please be seated. You are now members of this exclusive worldwide community we call Webster alumni. 180,000 of you living everywhere, and so I'm delighted now to ask you to please welcome Dr. Chris McGee, Webster class of 2001, and the president of the Alumni Association. We're honored to have him here today to welcome you to the Alumni Association. Dr. McGee.
All right, I feel like we haven't had enough selfies today, so let's start out with a selfie, shall we? Get your phones. Let's do it. Come on, get your phones out. Let's get a little selfie action going on. Nice. Yeah. Did you get one? Get one. Go ahead. You deserve it. Get one of your friend next to you who didn't bring their phone. Or their phone died. It happens. It happens. That's good. Did you get one? Good. All right. Lean over. Get one with your friend. Nice. Fantastic. Love it. Now, tweet that out. Let's bring down a cell phone tower somewhere near here. All right. So let's break the internet. Use the hashtag Webster alumni. Okay? Got it? Let's do it. Woo! Thank you, Dr. Strobel, and congratulations to the class of 2016! On behalf of Webster alumni worldwide, I welcome you, not individually, because that will take a while, but to the Webster University Alumni Association. The Alumni Association was founded in 1923 to maintain a connection between yourself and our alma mater. Today we are, as you heard, over 180,000 strong. We're an elite group when you consider that only 40% of Americans have finished an associate's degree or higher. That percentage is even smaller since you compete now on a global scale. I encourage you to maintain your connection to Webster University. Each year, committed alumni around the world generously donate their time, their talent, and their expertise to current students, to the university, and to one another. Alumni involvement on every level helps to ensure the success of Webster, both now and in the future. When you checked in this morning, you received a gift bag from the Alumni Association. I hand-stuffed every one of those. I did not. Just joking. Inside that gift bag is a voucher to pay off all your student loans. Just joking. Sorry. I'm neither Ellen nor Oprah. I cannot make that happen. Okay? But inside of it is a little token of our appreciation, and hopefully that you'll be able to share with the world. You might be aware that adult coloring books are one of the hottest trends out there. In fact, so much there's a global colored pencil shortage. So now that you've graduated, it's time to relax with what else? A little Webster-friendly coloring page with the phrase, "Drawn together, Gorlocks forever," and a box of colored pencils. So color away, tweet out that picture. I want to see them all on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and Twitter and whatever it is else that you do. The strength of Webster University and its global network depends in large part on us. As alumni, we represent the sum of the student experiences to your left and to your right. This amazing faculty back here. You guys are awesome. Give them a round of applause. Amazing. And we stand on the shoulders of alumni successes. So even though you may enter the real world in competition with those sitting next to you, they are truly your greatest ally. And we're going to finish up this commencement ceremony kind of strong. So I need some effort and some passion out of the crowd. You guys ready for this? Okay, here we go. So over here, you're going to scream and yell the word "go" when I point. All right, you ready? Go! That's pretty good. That's really good. Now this side, you guys are really amazing. I know, I can feel it. Okay, School of Ed, that's me, represent, okay? All right? Now, you guys are going to yell "Gorlock," okay? Ready? Okay, here we go. What are you guys doing in the middle? Did you pick a side yet? Let's do it. All right, here we go. One more time. All right, so here we go. Let's wrap this up. As you graduate from this amazing university, forth into the world, leave your mark. Make a difference. Don't settle for the status quo. Change your companies, improve your communities, and make a difference in the world. And most importantly, stay connected to Webster University, because I just want you to remember this. Once a, always a. The doors to the Alumni Association are now open. Welcome.
Wow. Thank you, Chris, for making that lively and wonderful connection to all of the alumni, including you. It's wonderful. Thank you. So, graduates, we're about to close this wonderful ceremony, and I invite you to just pause for a moment and take it all in. Soak it all in. What has transpired here today is a fitting tribute to your hard work and a reflection of your understanding of what it means to be a member of a global community. And you came to Webster at a significant moment in Webster's history. We entered our second century while you were present with us. Today's honorary doctoral degree recipient, Dr. Jim Weddle, is a reminder of Webster's great values and an inspiration for what all of us can do. So really, just take a few seconds to reflect, look around at how sunny and beautiful it is today, and these gorgeous flags and each other. Observe all the people that have supported you along the way, your family, your spouses, your children, your fellow students, co-workers, advisors, all of the people that helped you achieve this challenge and this dream. And so I would like all the people out here who supported our graduates, will you please stand so that we can thank you, please? And behind me, on the stage, are representatives of the Webster University community who will make this all possible. Our distinguished and dedicated Board of Trustees members, our faculty members, our administrators. And so I would like for them to stand so that we can all collectively thank them as well. Everything you've seen today and heard, from the regalia and the flags to the bagpipes, the music, the ceremony, the alma mater, all of it is symbolic and significant about your accomplishments and your ideals. And this moment does mark a transition to the next chapter. But as you can see from Dr. Jim Weddle, your association with Webster will never be forgotten. And we will maintain that connection forever, and we want you to do the same. Together, we're all global citizens, and we're all part of the Webster University global community. So once more, congratulations, and thank all of you for attending the 97th Annual Webster University Commencement.